Activate. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
And we're live.
Hello and good evening and welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are without the other two balls and chains, the ones dragging. You know, when you throw somebody in the ocean to get rid of them, obviously they're dead or going to be dead soon. You put a chain around their leg and then you put a brick on the end of it or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then you drop them off the boat. Pew! Well, that's kind of what we did tonight. Mark and Jay the Holy Roller, we pitched him off the fucking boat, and so there we go. We're here, just the two of us. How it began, how it all started.
The way it used to be.
From ash, was it from dust?
From dust to dust.
Yeah, from dust to dust and
ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
We are here.
And we're live, baby.
We're coming off of the first ever Pelon and Chubby comedy series at Wildwood. And before I give my 2 cents on it, what is your feedback? For you, Guy, it was one of the first comedy shows, really. Like, I mean, you saw the rookie shows.
Oh, yeah, I saw the rookie show, and it's different element. It's a different scene. I mean, the Wildwood restaurant and bar is special. That little venue is
special, like the retarded child special.
No, it's a short bus to school special, but it's a Saturday after school special. So if you got school on Saturday, you know it's special. I liked it. I really did. It was nice and intimate, and I would say almost a sold out crowd. It was a nice little bubbly, and the lights were good. It looked pretty. It was. I felt good. I really did. I liked it.
Yeah, the whole vibe and everything was kind of all right.
Absolutely.
The crowd was a little quiet initially. I don't know if I was like shocking to them visually.
I mean, that wasn't your normal comedy audience,
right?
I mean, they were there for a comedy show, but that's not like the people that I'm usually vibing with and gelling with at a comedy show, and so not much regulars. They were good.
It took a minute to find them.
Yeah, very nice. But anyway, those were workmates of someone. Or?
Well. Yeah, some of them were from Hohen, the Acura store.
Okay.
But Lindsay works with Kathy. She does the internet at Honda, Hohen Honda in Carlsbad. And she sold like 20-something tickets, I think.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was like, I was like, well, I sold tickets, and I had people put me on the list. I was like, I don't have a list. Just say my name at the door.
Right.
Get there. Get $10 at the door.
Right. So you sold tickets. Jay sold.
I had cash in hand. And
I think Jay sold 13 or 16.
13 tickets. I was like, wow. And I was like, where's your people?
And Mark sold a couple and didn't pay me.
Didn't pay you?
Sweet.
I mean, Papa Gringo was there. I'm sure he was. Hey, Papa Gringo, what's up? Who was that?
I don't know if he gave him for free or not, but whatever. That's his deal to do.
And Zach, a friend of the show, and who was that? Carter? Who was that other guy?
Whatever.
Little bumpers.
So, but they didn't pay. Of course not.
Oh,
they didn't pay and they didn't like it. Whatever.
Did they bail on their
But
dinner?
there was people that tipped afterwards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that was all right.
The best part. That was great. And when we brought that up, I was like, we're gonna pass a bucket. Some people were like clutching their purses and running the hell out of there real quick. I was like, come on, man. Really?
No, I don't care.
It's cool.
We have to because we got to pay the guys. We're not bringing in janky comics.
Right. Oh no, it was. I mean, a great lineup, and it was.
I'll tell you this: for $10, you got a really good show.
It was great. I mean, goodness.
And the only knock was, you couldn't get your food or drink fast enough with one server. And I let them know you're going to need 2 servers or 2 bartenders. But of course, what do I know? So I mean, even if you only bring them in for like 3 hours just for the show,
right?
It's all right. Some people don't mind working 3-hour shift. But so that kind of sucked. But I put it online that Adam Richmond's going to be July 25th.
Yes.
And people are like, yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome. I'm down.
So
for
I don't
that.
think
That's
we
gonna be
lost
great.
anybody.
Yeah, no.
But if you like that Kirk McHenry show, you are going to also like or love even this show with Adam Richmond. Adam Richmond has been on Last Comic Standing. I think he went as far back as maybe like Star Search or something.
Star Search, yes. So, one of the original.
He's one of those fucked up childhood TV kids. So he just hasn't fucking killed himself or whatever.
He's a warrior, dude. I mean, he's awesome.
So he's going to be there
that show. That's
July 25th. The last time he did the rookie show, he did an hour and a half.
Man, a beast
of just Destroyer. I don't know if okay. So Mark did 3 minutes and crashed and burned for 3 minutes, but that's expected, right? First time ever,
right?
But
I was more impressed with his presence,
right?
I mean, it's not just a blind guy.
Well, it helps when you're blind; you can't see the fucking crowd.
Is that right, Jeff? Is that Papa Gringo? Was that correct? Is that a correct assessment of Mark's ability? Is the fact that he had a presence there?
You know what though? I mean, he did fine, but just to give you an idea, like he crashed and burned for 3 minutes.
That was
it seemed like an eternity. 3 minutes.
Oh man, trying to get his
I
attention.
felt for him the whole time.
It was beautiful though. Trying to get his attention.
No, it's good.
Don't run the light.
Yeah, you need that. He couldn't hear me, so I had to throw something at him.
We were throwing stuff at him. That was amazing.
Couldn't see me, but you know what? His first time. I mean, that's how it is. That's good. It's baptism by fire.
Yes,
and that's how it should be. So he got up there, did his thing, but like I said, that 3 minutes seemed like an eternity watching him. So just imagine somebody getting up there and doing an hour and a half. And not doing same jokes over and over again, but new original jokes for an hour and a half with not a whole heck of a lot of crowd work. That's very tough to do, man.
Yeah, I mean,
some of these kids can't even stretch for 5. You know, an hour and a half. If you want to come out, if you're a comic out there and you want to come and check this show out, I'll let you in for free since you're a comic. But come and check this show out, and you can see how a real professional does, what it takes to make it in this business. You know, and no, you know, he's not a household name yet, but there's a lot of great comics that aren't household names yet. So, you know, whatever, which leads perfect into my next topic. And that's, I don't know if you've seen me, you see my shirt here. This is a little throwback shirt from 10 years or so ago when I was doing the shows up in Tracy, California at the Grand Theater. And we were doing some awesome shows up there. We had Mark Curry hanging for Mr. Cooper, sold out the Stockton Arena, sold out Tracy. We used to do the Banna Inn dinner show. That was like a little stretch. We had 3 runs. You do the Banna show on Thursday night, dinner. Then you do the Stockton Arena on Friday night. And then you do Tracy, the Grand Theater on Saturday night. So it was cool, man. We had our sponsors, which we're looking for sponsors for that again. But we had a 3-day run there. And we'd have free hotels from the Hampton Inn. We'd have limos from One Limos, Inc. Joe at the Comstock Casino would give us a G for every show we did. Who else was it? Tender Loving Care, child care thing. Well, it's kind of ironic, but whatever, $750.
TLC, baby.
So there was a lot of stuff that sponsors would give us for free, and it help makes that show. If we can get a little bit more of that, then that works pretty cool. So that's what I'm hoping for if we do this 5-day run. But I've been kind of like running through some sponsors, or not sponsors, but acts for it. Because for that show, just to give you kind of a perspective, Guy, we're going to do 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, and 1 show on Thursday.
Oh, man.
And the place holds 550 people. And the whole rent factor is like basically $3,000 a day.
Wow.
For the rental for 2 shows for 8 hours.
Gonna need some road warriors.
Right. So you have to sell, and I'm going conservative, and I'm saying you got to sell 300 tickets a show. So on a Friday that's 600 tickets. On a Saturday that's 600 tickets, and then on Thursday that's 300. So that's what's that? 600, 12, 1,500 tickets for the whole Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we have to sell, and that's only selling 300 out of 550 per show. That's not that big.
That's not
Like we used to sell that. Darren Carter went up there and sold that thing out, 550 seats. And average ticket price was $33. So it wasn't cheap.
Okay.
And the balcony, if I show you a picture of the balcony, people were paying $100 a seat for those. So it was like a real show, you know what I mean? So, but in order to sell 1,500 tickets without doing a whole heck of a lot of advertising, I'm going to do TV and radio, like in the morning, you know, and then, you know, the usual newspaper and
Right.
online stuff, and then guerrilla marketing, getting out there and handing out flyers and posters, but we still got to sell 1,500 tickets. So I was thinking keep the price around $20 because there's a service charge of $4.
Yeah.
So that's $25 a ticket. But then I started like playing around with some names and figuring out how much money they want. And just to give you an example, not that he was going to do it, but Dana Carvey's been saying no to $50,000 a show.
Wow.
He doesn't need the money either.
$50,000 a show.
Yeah, but he doesn't need the money.
But I'm just saying,
He's
like,
saying no.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a lot to say no.
and so then his buddy Norm, you know, they're somewhere in the $30,000 range, Norm Macdonald. And then the guy that hasn't been doing it all that long is Rob Schneider. He's been doing a lot of stand up, you know, Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, but even that is like in the 30G neighborhood. And I'm like in the 7 to 10 neighborhood is what I'm thinking, you know, which to me is a lot of money. But that pencils out when you're doing $20 a ticket, $25 a ticket. So now, you know, we're going a little bit more. Even the guy that won Last Comic Standing,
Dat
Felipe
Fan.
Esparza.
Oh, Felipe Esparza.
Well, I had that fan up there. He did pretty good.
Okay.
But Felipe, I was thinking about Felipe, and they say, oh, no, he's doing arenas now. So I'm like, man, who? So I've been just trying to like go through names. I have a lot of good friends that are great comics that are super funny that would absolutely destroy for 3 days up there. But I don't know that they would be able to sell 1,500 tickets.
To draw that much.
You know, so it's kind of like, it sucks. You gotta surrender to the evil beast, you know, of names.
Yeah, someone who's
instead of just taking funny comics.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But so I don't know, man. We're just playing around with it, seeing what's up. But I really want to do this show.
Where's this at?
Up in Tracy at the Grand Theater. We used to do once a month there. This is one of the shows we did here. Robert Duchesne, very, very funny man. Excellent writer. One of the funny comics of all time. But then again, he falls under the same thing. He's one of the kind of unknowns. You know, he's unknown in the comic world. Yeah. But I don't know that he's a big enough draw. You know, sad to say when you say that about a funny person, but.
Well, I mean, that's just.
That's reality.
And that's reality where you're at, you know. We all know lots of, you know, very funny people who aren't names yet, but, you know, or who are probably on their way. But it depends. I remember like when we're doing a show with Adam Richmond soon, right? Adam Richmond, great guy and very funny dude. He happens to have the one distinction that he's the only comic that I've ever worked with where I actually paid for his CD after we did it because I thought he was that good.
Oh yeah.
He said 10, I gave him 5. But so how about 5? Because I did a show. I still listen to that CD. It's really good. The guy is funny, and he also gave me some great advice. He goes, "Here's what you got to do." He goes, "You know, obviously you got to work on your act and all this stuff and some technical stuff." And he goes, "You got to go viral." He goes, "Get something to go viral," which we all would want to do that, right? So yeah, but Adam, cool. Yeah, but Adam's, yeah, just checking there, but so we get to do a show with him, and didn't he win Last Comic Standing or something like that?
Who's
on
that?
it? Adam.
No, he was on it.
He was on it though. Yeah.
No, Dat Fan was the winner of the first one.
But he even got a little voice. I can't remember. It's for one of the either Disney or whatever those animated things. He's being the dog or something, and something that either just came out or will be coming out. So kudos to him for doing that. He was excited that he goes, "Yeah, I got to do a voice thing for that." But yeah, we all know. My point is, we know a lot of funny comics who haven't broken out yet because of whatever, just that it just hasn't happened yet. Because there's a lot of saturation in our market until finally something happens, which we're all going to do here with our show and stuff. By the way, the reviews are in from our show, from the people that came for me and stuff. They really enjoyed it, and basically everyone said that was there. They go, "When's the next one?" That's what they told me. They go, the next one we're down. They go, it was great. And even the guy who never seems to laugh, he goes, honestly, I got to hand it to you. That was a great show, man. So Johnny and
who were there? Obviously, Kurt. They liked.
Yeah, no, they said they just enjoyed the show. Like they said, as an overall, just go, it was freaking great.
Are they the Holy Roller variety also?
Huh? No, they're not. I'm pretty much the only Holy Roller that I'm aware of that was there.
Okay.
As you had me.
So they were
forced me to absolve the crowd of any wrongdoing just for being there.
Right.
Thanks for that long-winded, crazy intro. I was like, well, they go, so you're the Holy. I go, it wasn't me. That's Rick. Rick came up with that one. Man.
Right.
I go, that's something he's. I'm like, okay, but whatever. I say, because I always say I'm not perfect. The guy I'm following is perfect. I'm me. I'm just a friggin' another human being.
Right.
Right. There you go.
And guys, hoping you laugh at our stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
I see we just started to go a little early today, which is fine.
6:30.
What are you talking about? 6:30.
Are we on right now?
We're live, man.
Yeah,
we're good in there.
Yeah, we started. I see you're at 17 minutes. That means you started at 6:18.
There was 7 minutes of deadness.
Yeah,
at least
tweaking.
Well, was it Guy?
No.
Chubbs here, man.
No, we just
Look, new board.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dialed up.
Is that new board?
Yeah.
Oh, nice Elises.
Yeah.
Dang, I used to have me one of them bad boys when I was mixing my
Mix
band's
master
music
Ike.
and all that good stuff. All right.
So we're shopping around a little bit, trying to see who we can get. I think Adam could go up there and absolutely kill it. He was up there before. I don't know if you saw the flyers. I had one from the Banna Inn. So he did all that run of shows and did great. He did the Stockton Arena. So all that was cool.
Awesome.
But I don't know. I think you could do it. Mark Curry, Hang with Mr. Cooper, absolutely destroyed in Tracy.
All right.
And
how big is the room, by the way, again?
550 seats.
Okay, 500. All right. So you definitely got to have a good name, somebody who's got some name recognition for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll have people, make suggestions on there if anybody's awake.
And when would this show be? Because timing is everything.
Yeah.
Timing is essential.
If we were to find
I was thinking if we should do it like on Christmas Day.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd probably be a smart move, right?
Definitely
On
before
Christmas.
November,
What do you think?
December.
You know,
Before
that
December.
Cough that up.
November,
Wow.
December
I was
is
about to
terrible.
spit.
Even October is not great because of Halloween. Mm-hmm. So it would have to be
Halloween,
September.
Doctor.
September.
Yeah, end of September.
There's a hole in my schedule in September.
I definitely need some leeway on that. And what are we thinking? Like Tuesday night, man? Tuesday, a good
No,
Tuesday.
we're doing
night.
We're doing the 3-night deal.
Yeah,
We're doing
Thursday
the 3 night.
night.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
How about Monday, 3:30 a.m.? What do you think?
Yeah, Thursday. It'll be Thursday,
Maybe
Friday.
I'm not the guy to ask.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about doing several days.
Yeah, it's going to be one show on Thursday, 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday. Brawley, California. Yeah. Is that 442 number? That could be Ari the Jew.
Oh, that is Ari the Jew. I didn't plug in the Google stats.
Tess, what's up? Tess watching.
The Philippines.
Thank God.
Represent-
I thought I accidentally sent another dirty text to my boss.
Oh, no. you got to work on your technology. Man.
Yeah, man. I'm a little technology illiterate, man. The Fever Man doesn't really get that stuff.
Hey, he's asking what time's a good time to call in.
now, whatever. We're just
So
getting warmed up.
Mark the blind guy is missing. Apparently, he's going to some ride tomorrow that he has to go spend the night with some dude.
A riot?
A ride?
Oh, right. Okay.
And so
with Mark, I didn't know.
The driver.
Riot. Yeah, I gotta go riot, man.
The driver is requiring him to sleep over to give him a ride the next day.
Oh,
I guess
man.
that
that's
ride,
way too much information.
I guess
for
that
him
ride,
for him to give you that much ammo he should know by now. He should have kept it much more secretive, man.
that ride has some strings attached to it.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does.
I think he's required to pull some strings.
Okay.
Wow.
Here we go. This should be fun.
Who's that?
It's Trixie.
Oh, Trixie's trying to get some airtime, huh?
Hey, Trixie, you trying to get some airtime on the podcast right now? I have you live on the air, honey.
Not the only Mike Hogg in the family, I guess.
Yeah, the podcast is going on, baby. Oh. I love you too. And who is this again? Who is this? Which Feverman is this? Which one? Trixie. Oh, Trixie's nice. I like you, baby.
Hey, does Trixie favor the?
Oh man, come on, man. Come on, man.
No,
you know the old saying.
This.
What is that? What's
this.
Analyze this when he goes, hey, she kisses my kid with that mouth.
No. I wasn't talking. It looked like this, but I was meaning like this.
A little drink.
I was trying to think of
Not anymore.
Not anymore. She's a wine girl.
She's crazy. She's crazy. Yeah. All right, baby. You're the one who called in, so just remember that.
I was just wondering. She's,
she's asking if you're a little tipsy right now.
She's very excited. It's hard for people to be that excited all the time.
Oh, it's hard for you to sound that excited if you're not like tipsy or a little
once
drunk.
in a while. Okay.
Wow. She just very careful, man. Just
check in. Hey, there are no boundaries on this show. Put on your seatbelt and put on your helmet.
Buckle in.
Because this show gets a little rough.
Gets really rough.
Yeah.
All right, baby. So you may want to sign off now.
Before it gets really bad.
I'll put you on the hot seat if you stay on any longer.
Let me point one other thing out before she goes. This happened. I swear to gosh. The other day, we're signing off, and she goes, I love you.
Right.
I go, I love you? Whoa. Just because you celebrate a few anniversaries and have a child together, hey, let's pump the brakes, lady.
Yeah, it's a little fast.
Ease up.
Yeah, you're going.
Ease up.
Slow it down.
Slow your roll.
We're still getting to know each other, okay?
Don't push me away.
Yeah. All right, baby.
Hey.
Yes, dear.
What's the most annoying thing about Jay? Give me the most embarrassing.
You were talking about it last night.
Give me the most embarrassing one first.
You're talking about like maybe my poofing or something. You want to bring that up? If you can hardly hear you, man, go off the speaker and then they can hear you better. Or maybe you just naturally sound like a megaphone.
Back your lips away from the phone a little.
Oh yeah, she says after she goes, "Am I trying to collect the life insurance?" Man.
Right. Okay.
Literally, like one time it was so bad.
Trying to gas her.
I was trying some new non-alcoholic I hadn't had, and literally, it was like an hour and a half. I Dutch ovened her, and it was, literally an hour and a half later.
For the people that don't know,
it hadn't gotten any better.
For the people that aren't from the trailer, can you explain to them what the Dutch oven is?
Well, Dutch oven is when you do an SBD, a silent but deadly. Underneath you let one
under
go
the blankets,
and
don't let anybody
know. And then it just starts. You kind of lift it up a little bit, and all of a sudden it gets really warm.
Right.
And then she realizes, oh my Lord.
Right.
That literally is. This one. That's the worst one ever.
So even
when you're married to somebody, that's when it's love.
Right.
When you start ripping around them, and they don't go away. They still stick around after you've been ripping them. That's love. That's real love.
Hey, for somebody 8 to 10 years old, that is a stupid game. But when you get in your 30s and 40s and you're still doing that kind of shit, you are retarded.
You call me retarded. I'm freaking down, man. It's still funny every time, man. When she goes, honey, say what you say when I rip one and you didn't see it coming? Say what you say. No. Well, I go, Jay's my nigga. She goes, go ahead, say it. Say the word. Starts with a J.
Jesus?
No, she just goes, Jason! Oh!
Nice.
You got me again. Yeah,
there you go.
Anyways, she sounds away, but I don't know. I can't believe she didn't get that cue.
She's like the. She's like the.
He's got some game.
She's like the.
Hers smell like roses, like literally like roses.
She's the. She's the Spanish Edith from All in the Family.
She really does. She really does sound like a Spanish.
Oh, Jay. You got me, silly.
You got me. Oh, she had that voice totally.
Ah.
All right, Mrs.
The games we play.
Trixie, we will. Well, thank you for chiming in.
I at least it's not like let's see who can put the other person's thumb further in their ass.
I got to the first ring. That's
your story, man.
Can you fit 2 knuckles in?
Got to the first ring, the first knuckle.
Oh my gosh.
And she likes it when I just wiggle.
Take it easy with the L word.
Is that your old Nintendo thumb?
That's the old Nintendo thumb.
I bet.
I got a lot of fans, a lot of cougars that are calling in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. That's what I was going for.
There's the one. There it is.
All right, honey. All right. Take care of Little Fever, man. Love you. All right, bye.
All right, so we got our weekly check-in from Trixie Feverman.
Trixie Feverman.
Give it up for old Trixie.
Yeah.
Keeping Jay in line.
Yeah. Sort of.
He Dutch ovens her and she smacks him for it.
I know.
We love it.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, so we got to find out, if we're going to do this, who.
So we are on.
Dana Carvey's not going to do it.
No.
Come on, Dana.
No, it's okay.
Come on, can't you knock it down like about.
You know what? I don't even know. I mean, obviously he's going to fill the place, whatever, but I don't even know if he's the right fit necessarily for that. One of the blue collar guys would be a great fit for out there, but again,
those guys are going to run up.
Now.
Big numbers.
They're not getting as much as they were before, but Larry the Cable Guy was getting 200,000 a show.
Whoa.
No, it's not happening as often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
that's why they run a Netflix. They run a Netflix with the quick.
Yeah.
That guy's
he's hilarious. I'd love to have that guy.
Great.
Ron White is, doing the casinos and stuff. And he's still, pretty hot.
Oh, yeah. Foxworthy can still do it, too. He could bring it.
Yeah, Foxworthy is probably the most expensive out of all of them.
Yeah.
Bill Burr is somebody that...
He sounds like something more up your alley.
Might be...
His humor has changed over the years.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gotten much more...
Dude, I listened to his podcast.
Yeah, he's off the chain.
I thought I was like rough.
Well, he's got that animated show where every other word's the F-bomb.
Right.
Every other... It's just like, I think it was required for him to do the show. As long as I get to say the F word every other word, there's no problem, man.
I listened to it and it was like I had virgin ears. And I'm nothing kind, nothing polite.
You're not. Yeah, he's on another thing, but a lot of people find him. I liked Bill earlier. I did. I really liked Bill's stuff.
Early stuff. Yeah.
His early stuff is friggin'.
But I always tell people, if you like Bill Burr, then you'll definitely be okay with me.
Yeah, you can handle.
There's not going to be any.
You're no surprises there. You're not going to get if he doesn't offend you, then you can probably handle.
I've been having problems lately with doing these hosting and doing these really short sets.
I thought you did a great job the other night, man. I really did.
I appreciate that.
I would.
Why are you calling me?
Yeah, if you stunk it up, I would have let you know, man. But I'm not. But you did great. I thought it was you were good. I liked and I got to hear a couple jokes I hadn't heard before, And then it looks like it looked like you winged a couple there, like you were winging a little.
He was trying to roast us.
It's probably old stuff.
He was even roasting us. So
no,
I did us as a team.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. It was good. And then your your teacher lady, I almost went after her, but fortunately Kirk, he took her out. I said, now if she comes when Adam will eat those two alive.
You don't want to.
Adam is an insult comic. He will eat a crowd alive if they.
What do they call that? Like quiet as a church mouse. That's pretty much how you want to be.
Yeah, around Adam. Just let him do his thing. Because if you try to. I mean, watching him work a room, if he wants to treat you as a hostile crowd, froggy. Oh, good luck.
Dude, you know what? It's kind of.
I thought him and that Marine were going to throw, man.
Oh yeah.
They were going to go.
That was. Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
So the only thing I really said was like this other guy was trying to talk at the same time she was trying to say something. Yeah. The teacher.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I got to listen to the teacher. This is my daughter's teacher. They could be out on the playground and she'd just kick her just because dad had fucked with her at the comedy show and didn't listen. No, we can't have that.
Teacher's tripping.
Oh, no, you handled it well, too.
Teacher's tripping the daughter.
But Kirk didn't have any. Kirk's just like, hey, look, man, what about saying, are you going to get some or what, man?
What was he? Oh, he said,
what did he say?
You're going to get laid or not. Your game is weak. Step it up.
Yeah, your game is weak, yeah.
But I guess they haven't been like going out for all that long or talking for all that long. That her and that guy.
Yeah,
they're not like married.
So it wasn't like the kiss of Wendy Peppercorn from Sandlot. From Sandlot, this magic moment when your lips are close to mine. Hey, but no, we've had enough drinks.
We got
to get down tonight.
We got a pretty good review from, I don't know if you saw the post online. I went on there and thanked the ladies that were sitting there, the group of ladies.
Yeah.
For coming out because there was something on there. They had fun at the show or whatever. So I said, hey, you guys were a great crowd. Thanks for coming out.
Oh.
And then Lindsay sold, the 16 tickets, which was nice. And
it was virtually a sellout, right?
Yeah, she's AA, she doesn't drink. So the bar complained about a bunch of AA people in there not drinking. I said, well, there's only a few.
You're right.
And then they all ordered food anyway, so.
Get off my back.
Yeah, what's the big, plus even if they would have ordered drinks, it's not like they would have got them, They
were falling on the floor.
They were. No, but the
service was so bad.
Water.
Yeah, the service was so bad.
Well, no, but hey, no, we love you, Wally. That is a good room. That's a good room. I love the sound.
It's just not big enough.
Yeah, but no, it was. Hey, whatever. It was just nice to be a part.
We're working on. I think I'm gonna step it up a little bit. And guys, was able to find a source. I dropped the card, but I'm not even gonna say who it is yet. But
source ex-CIA or what? Man?
No, it's
a real deal, man. You gonna be bringing it?
It's a brewery. I just don't want some other donkey going in there and screwing it up.
Oh yeah, then don't mention.
So it's a brewery that's done it before but wants to do it again. I dare to say better.
We'll do it. We'll step it up. We'll step it up. We'll step it up.
I all the comics you're going to see, the headliners that we're going to bring in, I mean, they're all good. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're really good.
Well, there are some good comics out here, man, in the area and stuff.
No, they're not.
There are a handful. There are some guys that are my friends who I think are very good. They may have not blown up.
Right.
I like Brian April.
I will
like
say
Tina
this.
Trucci.
I will say this.
Johnny Herrera.
Bill Jubrin.
He did good.
I've seen him a couple times.
That was his best set that I've seen.
And that's the best I've ever seen from him.
He was on. He had a good set.
And he did an incredible job.
Yeah, he did. I thought Guy did a great job.
It brought back... everybody did. Mark, it's his first time.
It was hey, for a first time, man, fantastic. He got up there.
So
he had the good opener when he turns around.
He kind of restored my faith in comics from the Riverside County.
Is that where he's from? Riverside?
He lives out by you, Marietta or whatever.
Mark does? Or you talking about? No, you're talking about Bill. Oh, is Bill out? Oh, yeah, that's right. He is out there, but kind of out that way. Now there's
Armando. I've seen a couple times from out that way.
Armando Torres. Yeah.
Oh, he's a good kid. He's gonna blow up.
You're welcome.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's a good.
I think
he's a funny dude. He comes from a different. He's definitely got his own thing going on, which is great. To be that young a guy and to just have his own stuff. And I remember the first time I even did a mic with him, I caught him and I met him that night for the first time, and I met Matina Trucci, he's a friend and he's a funny comic who I think one day we'll see. Matina Trucci?
Mateen?
Matina, you can look him up. He's a very funny guy. You're gonna see him one day. He will never say this, but he'll be on frickin' Tonight Show and stuff.
He is a descendant of the that whole group of guys, comedy, Madhouse, that made the split off and went to over near Qualcomm, and that's back when Dat Fan was doing those how to promote a comedy show.
I don't know about that. Only thing I know about Mateen is he's a funny dude. He's a friend and he's funny. Right. He's just a funny. I've always loved his comedy. Well, if I don't like someone's comedy, I'm not even going to friggin' mention their names.
I think he's funny. I think, unfortunately, the groups that they get in and start hanging out with, obviously some of the stuff's going to rub off, and so that part I didn't like.
I don't know.
Some of his stuff would change. And then it became that whole,
Well, he does what I do when I go to a show.
Douchebags.
I always see him working. He comes in. He's got his book. He writes on. He sets his book down. He goes up. He does his bit, and then he may hang out for a moment, but he's usually gone.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he just comes in. He's a grinder. He works it and does it, and he's a funny guy.
He's of the Jesse Egan. That whole crew.
I don't know if I know Jesse.
He used to be big chubby kid. Now he's slendered up a little bit.
I don't know.
And he's taking doing stuff in the city.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just saying with him.
So.
And I think Armando.
But
as long as he stays focused, he'll be on his way.
Most of the comics, I'll say this. Most of the comics are going to come from L.A. and San Francisco.
They will. But,
no, that I'm booking.
What? Oh, that you're booking.
That I'm booking.
Oh, okay.
And
well, of course.
For this reason, the shows will be incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because those guys tend to have an opportunity also if they're working there. They get to do they get to do work all the time in front of audiences. When there's so many rooms out there, and a lot of them are set up in a BS way.
What Jay meant to say was
trying to allude to
any comic worth of shit that has a chance of making it in this business has moved to LA.
Yeah, that too.
If they're still in San Diego, there's a reason. So, some have tried to make the move and got kicked in the ass and came back to San Diego and
kicked in the butt.
That's why they're here. So, yeah, San Francisco has an incredible comedy scene, and once they get beyond a certain point, they leave the nest also and head to L.A. L.A. is the mecca of anybody good. You can go tonight to the Comedy Store in L.A. and Hollywood and see the most incredible lineup you will ever see. And guess what? They're not getting paid. They're doing 15 minutes and
to practice for warm up for a later
lineup that is destroyer. Yeah. Like Destroyer.
They're working
Krista
on stuff.
Elia, David Spade.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that? Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
You're like,
they're working. They're getting tight for their Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday sets. That they're going to be doing wherever they're at. And they're going. I want to make sure my stuff is tight when I go get paid.
Tuesday night.
Exactly.
Sold out. Forever.
Tightening.
Wednesday night. Sold out.
Yeah.
Forever. And all the schleps are still working upstairs in the other 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Down the hall.
Yeah.
But that's where the bread is buttered right there. Mm-hmm. You want to see comedy. You want to see a full night of comedy, a lineup of pros. Yeah. Check that place out on a Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Let's go. Road trip.
Yeah. Dude, I want to just go and hang out and just watch and just be in awe and watch these guys work it. Watch these pros work it.
Yeah.
And then obviously stay the night there unless somebody's a trooper and wants to drive home.
I'm the D.
Why can't you just not drink one night?
I just never drink, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
and you go, come on, Jay, designated driver here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to be like you guys when we would go when I had my shows and stuff in my band. Because I used to beer bong on stage. Literally, the bong held
that's
3
excessive.
beers.
That's excessive. That's not necessary. That's excessive.
No, it was necessary back then.
36 ounces and
yeah. But sometimes I'd only say put 2 in. Yeah. But I would do that, and then the crowd would be like, at the House of Blues, we're opening up for whatever band we were opening up for. We're opening up for 2006, opening up for Dawkins, right? Where I'm sitting there doing this, I do it once.
Thus your demise.
And then I friggin' did it again because the crowd's like, do it again. Because we had a song that was specifically for me to bong late in the show. Right. And then we get into the craziest headbanging stuff. And yeah, it was good times though. Good times. Yeah. I remember showing up the next day.
I have to monitor his freaking feed because
life expectancy.
Yeah.
Life expectancy very short. Doing that kind of
every night. That's part of the
behavior.
show. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I quit drinking. I'm a decade.
Now, if you would have just reeled it back a little bit and still had fun, be the party guy,
sustained it long and held.
I led the
you could still be there.
Life.
That's fine, but just
it was
in moderation a little bit.
Yeah, no,
all the way.
It was
like I consider myself a rock and roll comic. I live the lifestyle.
Yeah, well,
but I also know when I needed a week or two off to give my kidneys a rest.
No, I drank every single day, man. I take 1 day off a year. 1 day off a year I took off. I did that forever.
My thing
since
is,
I was 14.
I really never drink at home.
I always.
Like every once in a while.
I always did. I'm an alcoholic.
In
fact, let me open a beer right now.
Oh my god!
Looking at that Modelo, you got some Negro Modelo because that's some good beer right there. I wish they made a non-alcoholic. God, those things were good.
I just I believe that
Lieberman's falling off the wagon.
I'm not that funny when I'm not drinking, but I don't need to be excessive necessarily.
I didn't start comedy until I quit drinking.
But I can still do a show without drinking.
Yeah, no. But Rick will clearly say, "I'm getting shitty." He knows.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He knows.
Well, I've seen. You're right. I'm watching. I'm just like, all right, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're just completely off the freaking rails here.
But you know what? I like to be the guy that says stuff that people don't want to say. That maybe sometimes I like going from one topic to the next. Like, what? How do we get there?
How did this happen?
Yeah, like just point out shit. Like who's if you were to have the opportunity, like let's say you're not married, you're not Jay the Holy Roller.
Now you're gonna get me in trouble. She's actually starting to listen to the show.
Well, I'm just saying,
she goes, "Who's that girl on that show?" I go, "There's no girl on the show."
Guy's gonna name his and stuff, and I'll name mine.
Oh.
But who is that piece where you're like the world stops and
you're saying
like blood starts flowing? Whoever on TV, wherever. Like you're just like, wow.
Let's
like it just like time starts. It goes into slow motion. You're like, oh my god.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
That's the most delicious thing I've ever seen.
You're going to get me in trouble, man.
My God, you go first then, whatever.
Yeah, let you guys go first.
Naomi Campbell.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? We're not going to be judgmental. I want to know what makes you tick.
It's just the longness, the lusciousness of her. She's so delicious. And I could actually say I'd lose myself in everything. So let me
ask you this. You're at her house.
I'm at her house.
We don't know how it happened, but you're at her house.
By invite, I just happen to break in. I'm there.
You're there. You go into her bathroom. You got to use the restroom.
Okay.
You go into her bathroom, and you notice that there's a maxi pad that she just...
Oh, well, why are you even going here?
No, I'm saying that
she invited me over or whatever.
Right,
I'm there.
And you just happen to need to use the restroom, and use her restroom. And there's a maxi pad on the floor.
Blown the hell up.
And you're looking at it, and you know it's from her.
Yeah.
Do you reach down and pick it up and maybe sniff it?
Give it a whiff? I would lick Janet Jackson's...
okay, let's use her then.
I would lick Janet Jackson's... her gynecologist's fingers.
This is hypothetical.
This is hypothetically. If
Janet Jackson's house in her bathroom.
If I'm at Janet Jackson's gynecologist's house,
right?
He's just come in from the office,
right? Okay.
I'd lick his fingers.
Okay, so
he could have sanitized for days on.
What is the difference from the maxi pad on the floor?
And it's fresh. That's the freshness of it all. I gotta go.
Oh my!
It's just where these fingers have been. Where have these fingers been? But yeah.
Why would you even go there?
Yes.
So, So Jay.
No,
Jay.
I'll do
You're
Jay.
He did. He just did.
That was me.
No,
Naomi Campbell. I would swing, go crazy. I'd touch
whose
it.
bathroom?
Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling.
He's just picking some random white chick.
Well, his son has this Tori Spelling thing and whatever going to go.
He got it from somewhere.
Yeah.
And he saw. Hey, you left something on the screen too long. And you saw
Tori
it.
Spelling.
No, who? Come on.
Yeah, but
throw a name out there.
Nothing is. I'm just saying that. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it. You're gonna take it to a whole nother direction.
Of course. That's my job.
Don't avoid it now.
Just all I
don't
need
try to
is a
avoid
name.
Like,
all I need is a name.
Jeez Louise, man.
You know, come on, you're not above rubbing one out.
Yeah, but there's a few, so I'm trying to narrow.
Pick the. Pick the.
They're the
Your
one.
go-to.
Okay, well, it would have to be if we can pick from any time. Yeah,
anywhere.
Say we're going time traveling from
He's
the
going
70s.
deep. He's going
I'm
deep.
going deep, man.
He's going to say Sika or something, you know.
Oh wow, no.
He knows who that is. So that's wow.
I'm a guy, so of course, there would,
Right.
I would have to say.
And we used all the disclaimers already, so you won't get in trouble.
Come on, Jay.
I love you, Miss Fever.
Come on, Jay.
This is not that hard.
Can't you? You go next.
Well, just put a name out there.
All right. Okay. I would say that from the early days,
This is
Michelle Pfeiffer.
All right.
there you go.
So you're at Michelle Pfeiffer's house. She hired you to play at her house for her birthday.
Oh, okay.
All right. And you got to take a piss. And all the bathrooms are busy. So you got to use her bathroom. And she says, no, it's fine. Right there. Go ahead. And you go in there, and her panties are laying on the floor that she just took off and changed. What do you do?
What?
Are you telling me that you don't even pick them up and look at them? Michelle, you're in the bathroom with Michelle Pfeiffer's panties. What?
I might observe them and go, wow, there they are. That's just
so Jay picks them up. The question is, we all knew he picked them up.
No, I didn't.
But the question is, did he smell them?
No, my gosh, no! Come on.
Hey,
man.
did you actually shove them all like in your mouth?
Wow.
Seriously?
Wow.
Did he take the panties and shove them in his mouth?
I just mentioned.
He flossed his nostrils.
I found her to be
up, one down, just
girl. If I really had to whiz, I would whiz.
So Jay sniffed him.
Jay would just take a whiz. Okay, Jay.
Did you wear him like a mask?
He wore him on his head.
Like you were going to rob a bank?
Oh my gosh, man.
Look at me, I'm a schoolgirl.
What the?
It's Halloween.
You guys are twisted.
Put your hands up. I can't. I'm holding something.
You really do just need a name and then you just make anything
It's
up.
awesome. And now,
Make anything up.
ladies and gentlemen.
Also, the girl from the old school, Werewolf in London. That girl.
Not Kelly.
I don't remember
what was her name?
Are you talking about what the...
She was in Werewolf in London. She's the nurse or something.
The cerebral palsy dude now?
No.
Or whatever.
No,
because they did
the woman. She's the nurse.
They did the werewolf and...
No.
Oh, that was a kid's movie.
No, I'm talking about it's an old...
With Michael J. Fox.
Oh, give me a break. No, but I mean, I remember she didn't do much, but there was something very attractive about her. I have no idea what her name is, but I was like, wow, she's an attractive girl. And the American Werewolf in London was a cool movie, you know.
Right.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I love catching stuff, you know, if you don't see it when it comes out and then you catch it later on like Netflix or
I thought you were talking about herpes.
Wow, this is awesome.
I thought you were talking about herpes or something.
He's still fishing over like Phoebe Cates or something.
Oh wait, I didn't forgot about her. Wait, I didn't.
But you know what?
I forgot. See?
Okay.
Phoebe Cates.
No, but she's hot. But the other one, her
Phoebe
friend,
or something.
Oh God.
That was taken in the butt in the dugout.
No, she's a great. No, she wasn't
She's
doing
cute.
that at least. But no, that Jennifer Jason Leigh.
That's what I saw.
She was
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
She should have won the Oscar for The Hateful Eight, even though I don't think that was one of Tarantino's best movies.
No.
I loved Kurt Russell in that, and she was hysterical. Did you ever see The Hateful Eight?
Yes.
Dude, first when the writing, hey,
I thought they were going to let her live. That would have been
God.
great.
Hey, when they're-
If it broke the rope, and I wanted her to live so bad.
Spoiler if you haven't seen the movie. Sorry.
No, it's
spoiler.
old.
Hateful Eight is good.
hey, but
it's not-
when they're
it's not
writing
his best.
in that coach,
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many times "Oh my God" came out of my mouth.
Yeah, when he's smacking her. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not to mention,
she's a woman.
Not to mention the dialogue between him and Samuel.
The dialogue was
that was
hateful. That was hateful.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's the title.
Yeah, but it's a solid movie, but it's not like if we want to talk like I always hoped we would one day start going into this kind of direction. Phoebe Cates, so wow, but was there's something like Fast Times at Ridgemont. I see that as a young, you just go whoa, but like Tarantino's got that newer one coming out about the Manson stuff. Basically, it's about 1970, 1969,
wow.
the 60s.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will be. And it's got a bunch of great heavy hitters in there, but. Pulp Fiction, of course, the classic. But for me, my personal favorite from him probably, I would have to say, would either be like Kill Bill 2.
2 is better than 1.
2 is a fantastic, wonderful, and 1's great, but 2 is a masterpiece. And then I love Inglourious and Glorious Bastards. And then the one that no one talks about because they wouldn't have let him direct it yet, True Romance. Oh. True Romance, the dialogue, Christopher Walken.
Dude, what about that
Dennis Hopper?
The Django or whatever? Unchained?
Django's good. That's ruthless.
That was a tough movie to watch.
It was.
It was,
but it was terrific. I thought that was way better than Hateful Eight. I really enjoyed the movie, but yeah, it's tough, and you can see why Christoph Waltz won his second Oscar in a row with Tarantino.
Okay, so real quick, Jay, going over your cast for the American Werewolf in London from 1981?
Yeah.
You mean Lindsay Drew? No. Because Lila Kay and Jenny Agutter was the only other females.
Jenny Agutter, maybe. Let's see.
Hey, if you're just joining in right now, we're
just doing
Pelon
fantasy.
And Chubby show.
This is Pelon and Chubby.
That's her.
It is Tuesday. We're back.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Look at her stuff.
Okay, I'll look in her early stuff.
We are back on our normal routine on Tuesdays, back in the Pelon and Chubby studio.
Back in the studio.
So
ramping up.
They say we got to make some adjustments to the room while we're getting this echo and stuff. So I got to put the squares on the ceiling, on the sides, like we have over there.
Just get some egg cartons, man.
On this.
Go old school.
They sell a bunch of for on Amazon or whatever for super cheap.
Yeah.
So we got to do that, and then a couple other little things, but nothing major. The lighting has to be changed a little bit, and we have to light up the back here. So just technical shit. But we are definitely ramping it up. The buses are coming along. The whole business. We have a website now. It hasn't gone live yet, but it's almost
It's
there.
already viral, though.
What's that?
The viral, that means it's very active.
And we're just coming up with our brand new MySpace page.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, actually, have you checked MySpace lately?
I actually have stuff on MySpace from old school stuff.
It's band branded or like
bands and stuff.
Yeah. So I think we would do well there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's one thing I hadn't thought about.
You know,
our Pelon and Chubby platform is everywhere. With us adding video and getting off of Facebook Live, Vimeo will let us do streaming with PTT and OTT, so we will be able to do streaming live on Vimeo.
Do you even know what the heck he's saying with PTT?
We get to own our platform. We get to own our content.
Oh,
Facebook,
okay.
Adios.
Oh, okay.
Adios.
Does anybody tune in on that? Can somebody chime in on this?
Well, no. Because we'll put it on our page. We'll have it on our page, but they'll be able to log in and actively watch
From where?
The live stream on our website.
Oh.
But we're hosting it and running it from Vimeo. So Vimeo just signed a contract with OTT and OPT to have streaming.
Are you down with OPP?
Live,
you know me.
Live stream technology, the creators and originators of live streaming. So Vimeo is going to be the first to get it, because you own your content when you're on their platform. Here you can't. Jesus Christ, Facebook.
But here we reach millions.
Okay.
Or 268 people.
Is that Ari laughing at us right now? Is that Ari? Who's laughing? Who's in the building? Who's watching? Who's out there? Is anyone out there?
It's actually that girl, Jenny, whatever, from American Werewolf in London. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Good to have you on. That's me under Jay's arm.
Why don't I see any of these people?
I don't know.
I don't see Jack either.
Boom. Boom.
I see Jay and Guy.
Boom.
Literally.
Literally. Isn't that more actually?
Gringo's watching.
Where actually, you actually see us, not literally.
Well, I actually got to meet that guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah.
Jeff's
kind of sexy too, you know.
He's got a swagger.
He's got a bit of a swagger. Listening, you know. I mean that in a platonic sense, but hey, man, you're all right.
You're okay in my book.
You're all right in my book.
So what was I talking about the comics and stuff? But I've been thinking lately, the last few days. I think let's start up the Moose Lodge in Oceanside. They're starting to do a lot more stuff over there. It's a great location. The parking is super shitty.
Why would you not want that?
Now, was that going to be the hybrid show with the band and the comedy? No, we just do the comedy.
I mean, we could
just do the comedy.
you can run. You know what? We ran a couple shows like a late night talk show. You know, had the house band.
Yeah,
it was all right.
Okay,
it was cool.
During our set though and stuff.
No, they go sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
And then they come back up. You know, and play just like a DJ would.
Yeah,
I mean, they play a set before and they play a set after.
The remnants of a true open mic. You got a band that can get to play 2 or 3 of their songs, and then maybe squeeze a poet, maybe squeeze a But I want not a a hybrid show where you've got set time for comics, then music, and so
we do a set before the show.
Yep.
And we do a set after the show, or 2 sets, or 3, however long people want to stay. And then the band plays in between comics. They play half a song. And then Jay can even sing.
And then sell an album.
Oh, I can play.
Most impressive from your performance was the feeling and the mood you got people into when you were trying to get into your Slash.
I was trying to get into my Davy Jones, that move, that Axl stole from Davy Jones, because he did steal that from Davy Jones. Yeah. That's completely. I remember watching, I was like, didn't I used to watch this as a Monkeys, man? Like this. I mean, it looks cool when he does it.
That was David Cassidy.
Wrong, David.
What do I know?
Thanks for coming in with that one. Hot stuff. Do we have a comedy preview this week?
We haven't even shaved, so I don't see that happening, man. We're wearing. What is this, Duck Dynasty Hurley stuff? What
Hurley
is this,
Dynasty.
Man? I'm expecting you to bust out the quacker here, man, with kazoo. I like Duck Dynasty.
That's where their money was at. Was in the collars, right?
Yeah, they made duck collars and made millions, man. Wow. And then they made more doing the other stuff.
Maybe sort of a halfway
house
tribute to the troops coming up 4th of July tomorrow. How we got
full of crap. You got
that's a camouflage.
You've got bedhead, man. Come on, man. You got bedhead, even though I don't know how that's possible. Having no hair.
I got here early because they let us go early from work, and so I creeped up on him.
They let you go, and they said, "Hey, we saw your show, man. We got to let you go."
I heard knocking like it was the police, and I realized, what am I worried about?
What am I worried about? And it's my house. I don't have no shit anymore. So I surprised Chubby. I thought he was rubbing one out, but then I saw his wife was here, and it was kind of quiet. And I was like, "Oh my!"
That's usually when I put in my best work.
That's when he's quiet and it's quiet. Yeah.
Hey, just keep an eye on the little ones for a while. Keep an eye on the little
one. I'm gonna take care of something.
And I can go
get some alone time.
I can go spend some sweet quality time with my favorite video.
And so then they rip up and leave me. So I'm like, okay.
You're gonna be checking out American Werewolf in London now, man. Watching some old Michelle. You're gonna watch some Scarface and stuff.
I like anything that gets me primed.
Bing, 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 bing. Some Ricochet Rabbit.
Bing, 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 bing.
No, here's the thing. We had to take her to Target.
I think she hit the point
because
she hit the mark.
She
didn't go to school today.
She went.
Oh, she did go.
Yeah. Okay. She said no school. Mommy, I don't need school.
Okay.
And I said, you might have a point there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Holy jackal.
So her mom's like, no, she's got to go to school.
She's doing the summer school thing.
Yeah, and she's like, Mommy, because the state gets the schools get
money.
paid.
They get money.
They have all the retards there. They get paid good money. She says, Mommy, I don't need school.
Yeah. So take the day off.
Yeah. So
that's okay.
She ended up going. No, she went.
Oh, really?
But one of the conditions was if she went to school, that she would get her toy. And she wanted the Paw Patrol train.
Oh,
troll
set
train.
you back a
Paw
little
Patrol
bit.
train. So they didn't have it.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
So she did the substitution rule, which means run down the aisle and grab as much shit and throw it in the cart as you can.
Well, just one Paw Patrol train would have set you back a couple $100. So
She knows the drill. I whistle, and she runs and goes all the way down the aisle.
I could have been privy to this. I probably would have recorded
And I
this.
was like, okay, stop.
Okay, put it back.
I escaped. I did. I escaped.
Now put it back on.
I escaped the trip with Pelon and the family. You want to go? I was like, with both of them. Hell no.
Oh my!
Actually, the little dude's all right.
Yeah.
So yesterday we were driving towards Carlsbad.
He's fun, man.
And so
great.
Let him look at Target.
I'm not watching.
No,
him.
he's all right.
I just let him. I would just listen. I would just listen for the
So here's
the ambulance and stuff. Not for him, but for all the other people.
Here's the
Target workers.
Here's the 4-year-old. Dad, they don't have exactly what I want.
Oh Lord.
So why don't we go home and order it from Amazon?
He's trained.
Huh?
He's trained.
So yesterday we drive by Toys R Us. And I said, he says, let's go to Toys R Us. I said, that's a good idea. Let's go to Toys R Us. So we go up and we drive up to the front door, and it has a piece of paper on the window.
Closed down.
And it says, Toys R Us is closed forever. Now, how harmful is that to a child to hear that? Anyway, so I told him, Toys R Us is closed forever. And he says, Dad, Amazon killed Toys R Us.
They got everything.
And I said, you know what? Actually, you're right.
Amazon.
He said, who is Amazon? And I said, it's this dude named Jeff Bozo.
That's his name too, Jeff Bozo, right?
Well, yeah.
That's classic.
Bezos or whatever, but Jeff Bozo.
What's he? He's a gazillionaire.
It sounds better that way.
The Bozo.
So he says, Dad, we need to kill that guy.
I don't want to grow up.
Because he killed
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
So now your son's plotting assassination of another human being.
I don't think it's an assassination. That's a skilled hit. Yeah. He ain't gonna. Wow.
Hey, is he just gonna run at him and just like cut him low?
He is super pissed off about the whole deal.
Let's see now. Toy stores. Toys R Us, KB Toys.
I don't even know if they're around anymore.
I think the last one is Giuseppe's in Carlsbad. The only other chain.
Is there even there? I know there's one. Yeah, in the Forum or whatever.
And Giuseppe's.
I just get little fever, man. I just get him some sticks and go here, rub that together. Rub some sticks. See if you can start a fire, buddy.
That doesn't sound.
I'm trying to teach him a skill.
Like that unbelievable.
Wow, that's very,
seems like super possible.
There you go.
That's very. Was that Lord of the Flies type of thing?
Yeah, there you go.
Fever would do. What would Jay do?
My precious.
Now you're going for a different movie.
A whole different.
My precious. But
oh my God, you guys are ridiculous.
My kid.
Come, my precious.
He has how old is your kid?
4.
Mine just turned 6, and he has turned. And I asked other moms this and stuff because we just have the one currently. And I said, and he may not make it. Like I said.
We're at the mall. Shit got busy.
He go. You're 6 now. Making it to 7 is not guaranteed.
It made it a lot easier during Christmas.
Making it to 7 is not a guarantee. I mean, this sucker. He just gets that look in his eye, and I said, "All right, that's enough. Okay, you're done bouncing on your bed because he's getting bigger.
Yeah,
and I don't want to have to go buy him a whole nother one right yet." And I was like, "Just take it easy. We're buying him a trampoline and all this stuff, with the sticks, of course." And then and he's bouncing, and he's just laughing at me the whole freaking time. And I said, "Dude, I'll take away the tablet. I'll take away everything." But they start to turn into these little demons. Is what they do, man. I'm the only wrong. he's an angel compared to the way I was growing up.
Of course.
I'm sure.
Me and my brother would chase each other's with knives.
Because way back then it was way worse, man.
Chasing with knives.
And he friggin' would throw. He threw my mitt up on the roof one too many times when I was getting ready to Little League. So I chased him with a baseball bat. This is the absolute truth.
He threw semen on the roof? What?
My mitt. My baseball glove.
Okay.
He threw that. I was trying out getting ready to try out for the team the next day, and he just kept throwing my mitt on top of the garage. And it wasn't that big a deal. I'm a kid. I climbed the tree and get up there and knock it back down. Come the third time, I said, "You ever do that again, you're gonna get it."
Yeah,
lo and behold,
who are you talking to?
This is my brother. This is the older Feverman. And this sucker, he threw it up there again. I said, "Okay, bro, that's it."
The gloves come off.
Let's get it on.
So I grabbed the closest thing to me, which was in the garage, was a Louisville Slugger.
Damn.
34-inch, not big, pretty big for a 7-year-old.
Hey, how many people have been the subject of a beating of a Louisville Slugger?
Well, he was about to.
I'm sure there's some.
Remember that little sample, the little souvenir one?
Well, that was a nice beater right there.
This sucker, and I chased him around for gotta be 5 minutes, and finally he started to get away. I was faster than him, but I'm carrying a big old bat. It's half my size, and finally I said,
I share the same problem.
And I went. What'd you say?
He said, I share the same problem.
Yeah, trying to get
It's half my size.
No, carrying around a big bat.
Big bat.
Oh, okay.
Big stick.
All right, nice one, man. All right, I missed it. I'm sorry I missed your penis reference, man. Anyways, so it finally gets away, and I just let it fly.
Hey,
take the legs out.
Pow! Hits him right elbow, bam, square on, and hits part of his back right here. Bruises him.
Okay.
And I'm like, I remember when I let it go. I may have overreacted because it was just my mitt. I can get it down with it.
Right.
Just
and I'm thinking, both my parents are home.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Oh shit.
And
I think
of course he runs in and tells them what happened. Leaves out the whole part about my baseball glove. This never comes to fruition. They come out. They see that you threw a bat. You get a bat, and they laid into me with the ass whooping of a lifetime. That ended just last week.
Tag team back again. Check this, wreck this, let's begin. They were getting them.
It just went on and on.
It sounds like there was two people in the story, or three, let's say. Your two parents and you that had visions of giving somebody an ass whooping that day.
Yeah. Somebody got something.
They friggin' they laid into me. Granted, I did deserve it.
I'm trying to think of my worst encounter. It was with my oldest brother.
You're from the South, right?
I'm
from the South. A lot of brothers.
No, I'm the middle. So funny. So funny, Mr. Man. No, I'm the middle baby, baby girl, oldest son. So I'm in the middle, stuck with that. I get no attention, so I got away with a lot of stuff. But I really pushed his buttons.
You said he was older?
He's the oldest brother. Right. First boy.
Oh, yeah.
Baby girl,
yeah,
so I'm in the middle.
Older brother too,
done with it, but yeah. So I pushed him. I pushed him to the limit, and he grabbed a curtain rod. Came after me.
A curtain rod.
Yeah, he just grabbed curtains,
like a Victorian one. Man?
It was.
Like
it was the typical
like a Tom Cruise vampire movie or something.
And
then the lightning struck it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. we have these things in Okinawa, these souvenirs of you put your photos on a plate.
So
you said in Okinawa?
From Okinawa.
I don't remember that being a state.
You ever have the? Huh? Shut up. The souvenir plates. You ever have a photo of yourselves put on plates?
Which state were you in at this time?
We were in North Carolina.
Okay, North.
Oh, but the plate was from Okinawa.
The plate was from Okinawa. Oh. We had these. We had the family pictures on plates.
Mystery solved.
And so my brother is coming after me
because you're very Japanese.
I'm very Japanese. Very haiku.
I was like, I'm feeling Japanese.
I think so. I really think
I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
So I'm dodging everything. He's got nothing coming at me with this curtain rod, and so his best revenge on me was to go straight for my plate.
Oh man! He takes your plate.
He took my plate out.
You were plateless.
I'm plateless.
And he bashed it into the ground or over your head, or what did he do?
Just cracked the plate. Just blam.
Oh man!
Take that.
It was the weirdest.
I can't catch you. I'm gonna hurt your plate.
He took it to the plate.
I'm gonna hit you right in the plate.
That's messed up, man.
It shattered, broke. We had to super glue it.
That's when you do like some deep hate thinking.
But it lasted long.
How do you piece that together?
How do I hurt you the most?
I can hit you over the head, but that lump's gonna go away.
Yeah.
But your plate is never gonna come back.
I'm gonna break your.
That's how much I hate you.
Yeah.
You're going to be the only one in our family with no plate.
Plateless.
Yes.
That is tough, man.
That's stealing a piece of your heart.
And you still haven't forgiven him.
He hasn't got his plate back yet.
We had to super glue it and everything. I got a chip piece of it missing. I couldn't find all the pieces. It's never going to be the same. But it's not the same.
There's always going to be a little piece missing.
I got that memory, and I'm the one with the busted plate, dude.
Man, how old were you at this time?
I was
27, 28,
and I want my revenge.
I shall have my revenge.
Yes.
So it's not.
Where's your plate, brother?
The good thing is it's not eating at you at all. That's good.
Well, see, I now am the keeper of the plates.
Oh.
And so I have those memoirs, all of my mom and dad's.
Your plate will never be whole
most
again.
Cherished memories, and I have all of that stuff and some of her original China.
It's taken me 22 years of therapy to get over it. I've pieced my life back together.
The nice part of that story is Jay's reference to, obviously, you guys had a lot of kids. The good news is, for future African American families in this world, they do take EBT for condoms now.
Yeah,
holy
mackerel.
Talk about taking it to a whole even further lower level. Wow.
Bravo, Mr. Rick. Bravo.
I cannot believe it. People really need to see this. We got to get a team of doctors together to try to understand
what are we doing?
How did you even... Bravo, sir.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Call me the genius of hate. The devil of darkness.
I mean, mine was bad. It was, but you just made mine look like, well, that was
if there's any hope in any race, I will absolutely crush it. Because it's not going to happen.
Right.
You're like.
Speaking of Ghetto Fabulous.
I must break you.
Oh, I love that movie.
I will crush you.
Hey, but speaking of Ghetto Fabulous, I put a little post. I don't know if you saw it online on my Facebook, but it was kind of a backhanded welcome to. Actually,
I sent it to you.
Let me read it exactly how.
To LeBron, right?
Yeah, let me.
I was waiting for this to come up.
All right, so.
And I'm avoiding it for as long as he possibly could. He's been avoiding it.
So my initial post was. Been a Laker fan. I like to read it like Casey Kasem when he used to do America's Top 40.
America's Top 40.
For
Casey Kasem.
We have a letter from Sarah in Ohio. She says, Casey. All right.
Stay with it. That sounded good. Stay there. Do it. I will trim this shit. Go.
So, been a Laker fan my whole life. More so when Showtime was around with Magic Johnson and crew. Even when Kobe and Shaq, I was cool with it. Damn, the most hated player of all time comes to the Lakers. What do we do? That dude is a dick. It's so bad I'm debating ending my affiliation with the Lakers forever.
You're crazy enough.
Damn, what do I do? That was my initial post, right? Yeah. And then I saw now Lance. I don't know if Lance Stevens. That is the most fucking retarded person. It's actually like Meta World, but without all the talent.
Who? Is it Meta World?
Meta World Peace. Which is what's his
about an old '80s metal band that I love.
No, he played for the Pacers, Indiana Pacers.
Oh, okay.
Way back when, and they're the ones that went out in the crowd and started beating the fuck out of people in the crowd.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ron Artest. But then he went by Meta World Peace. Well, this piece of shit was on that team when that happened in the stands, right? So he played with didn't he play with LeBron this last year? What team was it? They're in the playoffs. No, he was with Indiana.
He's
again.
still playing.
Right. So they did okay in the playoffs. Anyway, the Lakers are going to sign him to a deal to come to the Lakers with LeBron. Are you fucking out of your mind? Are we trying to sell our soul to the devil? How far are we willing to go to get back into the playoffs? I mean, come on, man. This guy, he's in.
Here's the thing. Basketball needs this. The Golden State Warriors are running because everybody loves the Lakers. They've got the most longest history.
People want to love the Lakers again,
and they need this.
Yeah, I'm fine with LeBron going there. I actually like LeBron.
You don't even know anybody on any of the fucking teams.
That's why.
The only one I know is my Warriors.
I got friends.
I'm Mookie Cousins.
Hey, I'm
in Charlotte, North Carolina, with their own little stories with dealing with Grant and
the Warriors are talking about signing Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
They're not.
Can you believe that?
I don't think
they're
stacking the house. Why? Because they need to.
No, but he doesn't fit into that whole scheme.
That's
the problem.
I don't think.
Right. So my buddy that I went to school with, James, says, "LOL, all the haters."
Yeah.
And I'm like, hater? I'm not sure if that's the correct word. I just have trouble relating to and rooting for a self-proclaimed king of the ghetto fabulous. Look at me. I'm better than Mike. Master of the 1-on-5 game plan that got him swept in the finals. That's what I want my Lakers revolved around.
I'll give you that because for me, it's Michael Jordan is still, in my opinion, clearly the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's debatable, but yeah.
It is. But
who's your GOAT?
My number one?
Who's your GOAT?
Magic Johnson.
Oh, thank you.
Magic.
Greatest player of all time. Could play all 5 positions.
All 5.
And play them like an all-star. And guess what? Here's my determining factor. Thanks for asking. Here's my determining factor.
I love it.
Right. My determining factor between the two, and this is where my dislike for Michael Jordan and why I think Magic Johnson is the absolute number one. The game quit Magic Johnson because of the age scare and all that stuff. He still was playing. He was active. He was still one of the top players in the league.
Yeah.
He was in the All-Star game. The guy was still the best. And the game told him, get out. We don't want no fags, no AIDS, get out. Right? Yeah. So the game quit him. Michael Jordan quit a couple times. And he
gonna play baseball. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Well, I don't care if it was because of his dad, because it wasn't anymore feeling that. Whatever. Okay, listen.
But he came back. And
listen, please. You would have either been doing crack somewhere, fucking homeless, on welfare, if basketball didn't fucking save you. Basketball is your fucking root to everything that basketball made you. You didn't make basketball. It gave you gave you the platform. It gave you reason for living. Yeah. It gave you all that loot that you have now. And Nike would have never been in your you would have been in your back pocket if it wasn't for basketball.
When you look at those old players and stuff from back in that era and stuff, there were some other
great ones. Respect what made you who you are. Without it, you would have been fucking nobody. Zero.
His dad died, and he needed something to...
Basketball, now here is your responsibility. Basketball gave you all that loot, gave you all your fame, gave you everything. Gave you the highway to heaven instead of the highway to hell. So here's what you need to do, what your responsibility is as the proclaimed best player ever to play the game. You need to stay in the game as long as you possibly can. While you're still somewhat productive, even if it takes coming off of the bench.
Well, he did.
You got to stay in. No, but why'd you leave in the first place?
Because
you can't take that back. I don't give a fuck.
Creative
what happened,
differences.
Man. Come on, everybody's dad dies someday.
Yeah.
So
his dad was murdered though, or something.
Whatever.
Wasn't it?
Well,
and just kind of messed with his head.
And shit happens. Yeah. What's the difference between your dad getting murdered and run over by a bus? He's still gone.
Actually,
what does it matter how it happened? Who cares?
Look,
he's gone.
If somebody close to you gets murdered, that's going to mess with your head.
Why?
Because it is. especially if it's somebody that you revered or something. If they had a great relationship with their father, that's going to mess with you.
The person's dead. Who cares how they died?
Whether
it's cancer, whether he was.
I think it matters.
Boning some chick and had a massive heart attack. Or somebody came and put a gun to his head and shot him in the head.
It's completely.
Who cares?
Completely different.
Does it matter whether you bury him or burn him?
A button right now. Man?
They're gone.
Hey, does it matter whether you burn them or bury them?
That's a different thing. You're talking about someone on their own.
Why is it different?
What I'm talking about.
People die.
Is how somebody goes.
Why do we make such a big deal about somebody dying?
Like people like that. Like a poor kid who gets killed by this.
You know what?
Whatever. That's gonna mess with the parent.
If I died tomorrow, people are just going to step over me and fucking keep on doing whatever they're doing. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Who gives a fuck? If somebody dies, so what?
Okay.
You're not going to be able to see him tomorrow.
Talk about something else.
I'm just saying, you're not going to see him tomorrow, but what's the big deal? Why do we make such a big deal about it?
Michael Jordan.
We're fucking animals.
Anyways.
Somebody gets eaten in the story. Whatever.
And then now you came when you were telling me that you closetly say that, or you've said that technically you are a Christian, right?
Sure.
Wow, what a resounding sure.
No, because I'm saying people's definition of a Christian varies so much that, like, sure, we can put a label on it, tag me as that. Okay.
No, you don't have. It's how.
No,
you
but I'm just
define
saying,
yourself
right.
And what you're willing to say to people.
Right.
With Jesus, he just said either you're willing to say that, believe that I'm the Son of God and I died for your sins, or you don't. And that's it.
My whole thing is this.
Okay.
I don't believe in the complete absolution just by you saying, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. He died for me. I believe in Jesus. Okay, you can't turn around and be a fucking donkey the rest of your life and treat people like shit and say, "Oh, but he's going to forgive me, so it's okay."
Yeah,
that's not okay. I'm just saying though, it's not okay.
You're supposed to.
So don't hide behind.
You're supposed to change.
Don't hide behind the fucking curtain.
Yeah, but
that's why
people are still not going to be people. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but
you're dealing with human beings.
But they use it as
some people, not everybody.
Why could it be?
Anyway, that's why when you say you call yourself, that's why I say yes. I use the term loosely.
Okay, well,
because
I don't. I mess up, and I'm first one to say I'm a screw up like anybody else. I never said I'm perfect. And I make mistakes every day.
I'm perfect. It's just my version.
Yeah,
perfect.
all right. Anyways, Michael Jordan is my GOAT, but Magic Johnson, is definitely like right up there too. It's just because Mike, he faced that adversity, did the whole baseball thing, came back, still won. Was it 3 championships after that?
Yeah,
which is
I didn't have my TV on.
He never lost when he got to the finals. He never lost the finals, right? He never lost the finals.
I'd have to Google that.
He's won, it's 6 titles, isn't it? Or 7, 6. I think it was 6 he's won. And he's hoping to win one with Washington as their GM or whatever, and that's not going to happen until they really got to get in the right market or something.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Who has more?
I think
who has more titles?
To the Lakers is a good thing.
Who has more titles, Kobe or Michael?
Michael.
Do you want to Google that? Is that your final answer?
Google it. Go ahead.
Would you put a finger on that? I got an axe.
No, it doesn't. Kobe has 5, right?
Would you go from their college careers all the way?
No. It's Jordan, right? Jordan has 6. And
how many?
Kobe has 5.
He only has 5?
Yeah. Kobe only has 5, man. Come on, man.
I don't understand why he's still not considered in the conversation.
He is. Kobe is in the conversation. I just don't think he is.
Top 5.
I think he has been in the top 5. The ones that I hear all the time are this. You hear Michael, LeBron.
How do you even put fucking LeBron in the conversation? That's what I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. If Kobe's not in the conversation, then that piece of shit LeBron can't be in the conversation.
It's because he's been dominant for so freaking long.
Oh, you know what? Dominance in basketball is when you can get all 5. Yeah,
isn't it 8?
When you get all 5 players to play at a high level.
He's the Buffalo Bills of basketball. Okay, given. I got you. I understand.
No, but he's won though. He has one.
Yeah, I know, but
I give him props.
He's been to the dance so many times. Okay.
But one of them he shouldn't have, for sure.
What?
The Warriors' complete meltdown up 3-1.
But they
Who loses down up 3-1? Who loses?
The Warriors did.
How in the
and they're my Warriors, and I
I'll tell
love
you
them.
what,
But then I give them. I was sitting there watching that game, going,
if I'm
at the pizza place, going, are you freaking kidding me? It's
Dude,
last 2.5 minutes, and you can't score one freaking basket. I'm freaking reliving it.
Hey, if I'm the owner, of the Warriors, and I'm sitting in my office, and the coach walks in, Kerr walks in, and is like,
"You're gonna shoot him." Yeah, how you lost that was.
I'm like, I don't even know if a word would come out for like at least 5 minutes. It'd be that uncomfortable
stare.
Like me just shuffling shit.
But
like
since then, they've won 2 in a row. They beat Cleveland twice in a row, right? They beat Cleveland. It was Cleveland all 4 years in a row, right? They beat them, lost them, beat them, beat them. They really beat them last time. That was bad.
I'll tell you what, dude.
That was the beat down, man.
As soon as Steve Kerr was like, well, I'd be like, shut your fucking pie hole. There's nothing you could say to clean up what you just did.
Oh, yeah, friggin'.
That is like unforgivable,
Now,
unexplainable.
Well, they learned from that, and now they're a super team.
What, they learned that you should have been fucking beheaded, let alone coach another year?
No, they learned we need Kevin Durant. we're just gonna make sure. We're gonna just pencil us down for a win, please.
It's 7:45. Fireworks are popping over the air in Oceanside. I think sprinkles.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's the, isn't the Marine Corps birthday?
No, the 130th city anniversary in Oceanside.
So when's the Marine Corps birthday?
Oh, that's like January, February.
Shush.
Yeah, it already happened, man.
Yeah. No, the city's been around for 130 years.
Really?
Yeah. Wanted to point out another thing, though. LeBron was freaking hysterical in Trainwreck. Did you watch Trainwreck?
You told us this fucking movie.
I'm telling you.
You and LeBron have this fucking love relationship.
Oh, actually, no.
Let's talk about freedom.
I don't want him to win.
Let's talk about Independence Day.
All right, Independence Day.
Hey, Shaq's in a great movie.
Shazam.
No, a new one that came out.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be good.
This is going to be a joke.
No, I swear. Shaq.
Only
Kyrie
the
Irving.
basketball one?
Yeah.
The old, God.
Dudes.
Oh, my God.
It looks terrible.
That's going to be funny.
Terrible.
That's my kind of movie.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Is George it's George Barkley. Yeah. Is George Foreman in it too?
Barkley.
Charles Barkley in
Charles
it?
Barkley.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Hey, but those are my kind of movies.
When they put a bunch of people together and say, act. And you're like,
yeah, I remember I was watching the trailer for that, and I just went,
hey, Chuck.
now this is a train wreck.
Chuck is an Emmy Award-winning thespian.
Who is?
he is an
Charles
Emmy
Barkley.
winning thespian.
I think he won 3 of them.
Oh, for what? Well, he's funny on it.
TNT on NBA?
When he's talking,
NBA on TNT?
he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Charles.
Him and Shaq. I don't know what Shaq says, but obviously.
I remember Michael Jordan saying he's never going to win one. He never did.
Yeah. I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, that's good defense. Yeah.
Shaq, I never understand a word that dude says.
No.
Ball. He's like, wait, is that Rocky Balboa, but in super deep? Yeah.
What the?
It's good in the hood. That's what we're doing. Uh-oh, is that Trixie?
It's Trixie again saying,
Get your foot on.
She sent me a text. She said, traitor.
Oh, okay.
Traitor.
All right, Trixie, why am I a traitor? Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap it up, I think.
No, we're going to talk about Independence Day.
Yeah, but I mean,
talk about free fireworks.
How long are we going to talk?
We're going to talk about free fireworks.
We're
celebrating America's freedom.
Fireworks and freedom for everyone, as long as you pay. I don't know. What's the governor of California? What the frick is his name?
Brown.
Jerry Brown. Oh
Jerry
my
Brown.
gosh. Don't get me started on
Let's
Jerry.
talk freedom. See?
I am not.
He's going to be here for a little bit, Trixie. Sorry. Good night. Bye-bye.
All right.
We don't take the phone
I
calls.
love you.
We don't take the phone
You're
calls.
my kid, and I love
what is
you.
this?
Hang in there.
What is this?
Look at Kurt before.
Sexy. Sensual. Sexy.
That's the theater up
Got
there.
a little fever. I love him. So we're finishing up the show, baby. Okay.
I love it. So Independence Day, celebrating America's freedom, battered independent.
Okay.
Adam at the Stockton Arena.
Love you too. Bye bye.
All right.
So great things are coming. Pelon and Chubby in Tracy, California, Antioch, Points Beyond. We'll see what we can do. Antioch.
We're thinking about
maybe we'll be Tracy Morgan will be headlining.
Oh,
somebody's getting pregnant.
That's crazy.
That wouldn't be bad.
Somebody's
won't happen, but that wouldn't be
Jim Gaffigan will be coming.
I would be afraid he wouldn't show up. Jim Gaffigan's going to be too much.
Oh yeah, forget that. Yeah, he did that commercial.
Jim is out of our price range right now. Didn't he do Colonel Sanders or something too? Did he do Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I like Norm Macdonald, but he's not for everybody.
He's
not. I like Norm. Norm's funny, man.
He can rattle your brain. When he's trying to catch him.
He's funny. He's
cerebral. He's cerebral.
He's a bit of.
So hopefully we get something like.
We'll get something decent. We'll get something.
And I think I want to get this.
Maybe we'll get Pauly Shore.
No, get the hell out. Did you just see what he did? He had a conniption like.
That's the reaction.
You ever had that? The reaction like.
I knew that was.
So what do you think about that? And you could easily say like, "Fuck no, I can do shit." But when you have that natural reaction, like your face is
a conniption is what I want.
Is having a fucking spasm.
Yeah. That was classic.
So
I was like, what about Pauly Shore?
This is the recording of the Pelon and Chubby podcast. We get around. Some say it's a shit show.
I get around.
It's a purposeful meaning of mind.
Who says it's a shit show?
That was one of the things that one of the early people that we had on here. Shit show. He can't even say shit show. Say shit show.
Who said?
I can't. I just don't like to do it on air.
Hey, who said?
I don't like saying it on air.
Huh?
Who said that?
It's been said before.
Really?
Yeah.
By who? Anybody worth the shit?
Wow.
That's what I always say when I hear shit like that.
Can't measure shit.
Consider the source.
There you go.
Consider the source.
Okay, so yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what we've been doing.
If your mama's a wretched hoe,
and then I trim this up and make it a nice, decent, wholesome podcast.
If your mom ever blew your neighbor while your daddy was gone,
this is the Waltons revisited.
You know you're a bastard.
All right, Jed. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Raleigh. Good night, Margaret. Good night, Pelon.
Have y'all a wonderful 4th of July.
Be free.
Bust some illegal fireworks off. Now, start a fire somewhere.
Well, I've actually done that.
Damn.
Fortunately, I was able to race down and put it out. Right. But you do that, man. That was. Yeah, you don't want to start a fire illegally.
So enjoy your
freedoms,
independence from.
What was it? French?
No, it was a British.
From the British tyranny.
That's right.
From tyranny.
From tyranny. Now it's all back again. From ourselves, man.
So
who's going to save us from yourself?
We just replaced the English with the top 3% of Americans now running this country. Is basically what it's come down to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jessica Alba, that's another one. Oh. She's worth like $1 billion now because of her cosmetic line.
Hey, would you jerk off on her or all her money?
Yeah, no.
Wow, man! I was trying a nice little segue there.
Segue out. He tried to get out.
Wow.
So Jay is going to do his rendition of American Pie. Go.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. Oh, this'll be the day that I die.
Take me.
Do you remember rock and roll? It's coming on, save your very soul. And you can help me dance real slow. I don't remember the words after that. Anyways, happy 4th of July, everybody.
How crazy is it we were singing that song earlier, me and Junior.
Really?
It didn't sound as nice as that. But
I'm sure it didn't. But he's a singer.
He is. Yeah. That's our last chance.
That's our last hope. Our little bastion of hope. He's like Valerian in the City of a Million Cities.
What are we talking about?
We're trying to get to the thanks guys for listening podcast. But then
I thought we were gonna do when you said fire. I was gonna do I thought we were gonna do Metallica. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
The ending is near. Man. Fight fire with fire. Burst in with fear. You shall die. I could do that one. All right, here, I got another one.
All right,
here we go. We go freaking.
Jay's gonna.
Jay's gonna. Rocking, man.
Yes.
We're rocking it out,
do
man.
it. Do it.
Ready for some rocking?
Hey.
We're ready for some rock and roll.
Your lines are clear. Go.
Okay, we're gonna do.
Yes, Trent. It is live.
Trial by fire. And now I don't even remember the words I'm going into. Into the pit.
We can't end with that
What
one.
do you think of a fire?
We need something better than that. He said,
I got it.
Save it with a nice clean one.
Okay. We're going to do some old school, fast way. All fired up. Because Pelon and Chubby's all fired up. 80s rock and roll. Woo-hoo. He's singing for a jazz band now by Dave King. Battery is low. Oh. I don't know. I see it says the battery's low.
Thank you for coming out.
How can it be low?
That's what it says. I've been really trying, baby, to get your battery uploaded.
Thank you for checking out the Pelon and Chubby podcast. This is live Tuesday, Facebook.
Hey, this is a live show.
This is a live show. Yes, Trent, this is a live show. Shout out to Sneaks.
It's hard to believe.
Shout out to everybody coming out to our last show at the Wildwood.
God.
Thank you all so much.
Hey, tickets will be on sale in probably 2 days. Tickets will be on sale for July the 25th. Wednesday night. Back at the scene of the crime, Wildwood. Come out, check it out. It might be a BYOB. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that later. Everybody bring a flask just in case. I'm just saying.
Sneak it in.
No, I guarantee they will have more servers. If I got to put on an apron and a skirt, if I do put on one,
picture right there.
Just know that I won't be wearing no panties.
Oh, dude.
Bring it.
Let's hire an extra
Wednesday, July 25th, grab your tickets. Tickets will be on sale next week for Adam Richmond and the cast of the Pelon and Chubby Show. Come out. It's only $10. It's going to a great cause. Come out and see us. Yeah, the Pobre. We are Pelon and Chubby, as we just said. Thanks for listening in. See ya!
Late.
Good night, everybody.